Welcome to Design Center. This is part 2 of the Feminine Rage presentation project that I had worked on. So herein I show the process of making the first piece that is called the Grecian Flow, and this pictures that you see is a picture of the pattern that I made for the Grecian neckline bodice, and then the pattern piece is cut on the polyester fabric. And these 3 video clips are of attaching fusing to the shell fabric, that is polyester, and then stitching the rayon lining to the shell and the fusing, and then cutting off all the front and back pieces and attaching it to the fusing and then stitching it to the rayon lining. Here you can see the clips of making of the circle gathered skirt, and then the embellishment process, the embroidery, the embellishment that was done on the bodice with the sequins and the cutdana using a lot of glue. And that's what these 3 clips are. This is again a part of the process video that is shown to show how this garment came to life. Here is the continuation of that process. You can see the back pattern is painted and sequins are added on it in the similar fashion. One is painted in red color, one is painted in black color. And then you can see that the skirt embellishment is a fitted skirt that I made, and then I did this sort of sequin falling down embellishment pattern or design, which is again to represent blood falling down but using sequins. And then you can see that all the pieces were stitched together, and a compilation of all of those video clips of stitching the pieces together. I have to mention that the skirt was made of polyester fabric with satin lining, and this is the only skirt in which I used satin lining instead of rayon lining. Here you can see the design details, and all the information about this garment is on this slide. It's called the Grecian Flow. You can see the Grecian neckline, red sequins and paint, and then fitted skirt with red sequins and gathered circle skirt painted in red, and it's got red paint dripping down. The polyester skirt is painted with red color dripping downwards, again to represent feminine rage in a very evident form, in a very interesting form, and something that I've always wanted to show. These are the side views and the front views of the top and the skirt, and you can see the variations in the amount of paint that I've used on all sides of the skirt, because it has to have an uneven nature. It has to look uneven, because in reality of something like this, you see it's very uneven and not uniform, and that's what I wanted to show here. I wanted to show that chaotic nature as well of this rage emotion. On the side you can see the detailed images of the bodice, the detailed close-up pictures of the sequins and the cutdana and all of that I've posted on the side. And now here is the detailed images of the skirt. Here you can see the detailed images and the close-up shots of the sequins that I had embellished onto the fitted skirt. The close-up shots of the sequins and the way it's looking from the top and from the front, and then these side views of the painted polyester skirt. Again, like I was saying before, the chaotic nature also has to be represented. So when I was painting this skirt, it very naturally formed an uneven look. I mean, the way I had imagined it, it's a little different from that, and it's for the good, because that's what rage is, and I really love the way it has turned out on the skirt, and chaotic and difficult and ununiformed, and all of those unbalanced things that you feel when you're in rage, especially feminine rage, is what I wanted to show through this dripping paint falling down on the skirt in an uneven fashion. So that was the end of the video, and this was the first look that I made that I gave a detailed explanation about. And I hope you liked this video, and if you did, please like, comment and subscribe to my channel, and thank you for watching.